Hello, master numerologist, and I want to jump on here right quick to give you a brief analysis about the retirement of the great master quarterback uh, Tom Brady. Now, well, maybe you don't know, but Tom Brady is a master quarterback, and the clue was the age that he retired under, number 44. That's a master number that rarely shows us, makes an appearance. And so Tom Brady carries that vibrational energy. Now, earlier, people was contemplating if Tom Brady was going to retire in his 45th year or his 44th year. Now, if he would have came out at 45, then that would have been a nine energy, and the nine energy rules completion, but it would have took him off of that mastership of number of 44. So he came out at 44 and not 45. So here's a quick analysis. This is what I was able to observe just by quickly looking at the information that unfolded today. So, news of Tom Brady's pending retirement leaked on Saturday, January the 29th, 2022. So, 3 days ago, somebody let the cat out of the bag and put it out there that Tom Brady had retired. And the whole sports world, went crazy, right? But it wasn't official. In other words, somebody did something that they should not have done, right? Tom Brady should have been the one to make that announcement, but somebody beat him to the gun. And so that was Saturday, January the 29th, 2022. But what's interesting, when you add those numbers together, 2022 plus 29 plus 1 is going to give you 2052. And when you add 2052 together, 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 plus 2 is going to bring us to a 9. So Saturday was a universal 9 day, and the number 9 brings things to a closure. It's a number that brings things to a conclusion. So the number 9 rules completion. So that number was on point. But Tom Brady had not officially called it quits. He said he was still sorting things out. So he was saying, no, 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 you guys. I'm still thinking about what it is that I want to do for my future. Okay. So I'm not commenting officially. Okay. So 2 days, 3 days elapsed. And on the third day, because it took place on a Saturday, and then Sunday, and then on the third day he rose and he said that he's going to retire. So he retired on February the 1st, 2022, and when you add those numbers together, um, 2022 plus 1, which is for the day that he retired, February being the second month. So the pattern is 2022 plus 1 plus 2, going to bring us to 2025, which that number flips because on Saturday it was 2052, but on today is 2025. Anyhow, it still vibrates to another 9. So he's still on point there. He completed his job as a football player on a ninth level. Okay, so now let's get into the meat of it. Under observation, one would notice four tools. So when you look at the pattern, 2022 plus the 2 from February, that gives you four twos. One, two, three, four. And so the number 4 is going to be very pivotal in this analysis, very pivotal in this reading, and plays a very important role in Tom Brady's life. But because there's four twos, you got to also multiply those fours. so that you can even get a more in-depth understanding of what's going on psychically. So 2 plus 4, I mean 2 times 4 is going to bring us back to the number 8. Okay, so he retired at 44, the master number, the master quarterback. 4 plus 4 plus 8, and in the numbers of his retirement, you're going to see 4 twos. And when you multiply that, it's going to bring us to the number 8. Okay? So 2 times 4 equals 8. So these numbers 4, 6, 3, 8, 22, and 44 is playing a very vital role in Tom Brady's life. Now, he retired at 44, which is a master number. All right? But the number 4, the number 4 is I'm going to break down what some of the attributes of the number 4 is, but a 44 is a master quarterback. Okay, he won 7 Super Bowls, 6 with the New England Patriots, and 1 just last year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And there's a high probability that no one is never going to achieve 7 Super Bowls. Okay, so he achieved something. He set the standard so high that that ceiling may never be broken. Okay, that's a 44 energy. 7 Super Bowls, mastership. But the number 4 rules, these are the attributes. This is what enabled him to become the master quarterback. These are the characteristics that he displayed in his sport. The number 4 rules: structure, discipline, focus, strategist, hardworking, routine, being prepared, order, efficiency, systematic, details, control, and a master craftsman. So for everybody that wants to try to achieve greatness in your life, these are the things, these are the qualities that you ought to cultivate. Being a hard worker, staying with a routine, being prepared, having discipline, putting yourself in a position where you're well structured, well disciplined, a strategy, developing a good, strong system, practicing. Those are strong attributes that winners possess. And he has those um, attributes, and he was able to master them in all of their categories, and that's why he was able to win um, his 6 Super Bowls with the New England Patriots and 1 with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, let's move on. Now, the number 8 rules success. He retired 44, so 4 plus 4 equals 8. So it rules success, fame, money, awards, status, wealth, land, precious and semi-precious gems, and abundance. And another thing about this particular 8 is that Tom Brady never insisted that he got paid his value. He always took less money so that the money be spread around so that other players can come on board, because he understood in order to have greatness, you got to put greatness around you. That's that structure. You can't win a Super Bowl by yourself. You need to build, you need to have people around you that's going to complement, your talents and your skills. And you have to also understand that in any sports, in any business, they deal with budgets. You only got so much money, right? And so he could have commanded the highest price because he's a winner. But he said, no, I'll take less so you can have more money to spread out to get other competent players to play with you. So that's a very unselfish 8. Very unselfish 8. And even when he went to Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he did not demand an outstanding salary. He kept it around the 20 million mark. These quarterbacks today, a quarterback back name of Dak Prescott, got over $130 million, with 75 million of them guaranteed this year. He took way, 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 way less than that. He was interested in winning. It wasn't about the dollars. Even though he made money, it wasn't about that. It was about becoming a master of the game, being the best to be able to being the best that's ever done it. And he did it. He achieved that. So that's the number 8. Okay. Now let's move on. Number 22, the conqueror. Achievements at the highest level. He conquered the game. He conquered the game. No one's gonna never break that 7 Super Bowl records. Never. It's almost impossible. Impossible. So the 22 energy, a conqueror. He conquered, he mastered the sport of football as a quarterback. Okay? Now let's move on. The number 44, the mastership of one's craft, a master craftsman, um, a legend, all-time greatness, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the ultimate winner. That's power of a 44 engine, of a 44 vibration. And you don't see that come around that often. You're not going to see a Tom Brady come around that often. He's like in the league of like a Michael Jackson, of a James Brown, of a Whitney Houston. You're just not going to see it. You're not going to see it. So you're blessed if you witness it. All right, so let's move on. Now, Tom Brady was born with the first name of Thomas, not Tom, Thomas. Now, there's a reason why. Um, though he's known to the world as Tom, but the name Thomas contains 6 letters, and the number 6 is going to play a vital role in his life as well. And I'm going to get to that. And his number pattern is 286411, and it vibrates on the as a master name on the 22nd level. Because if you add the 2 and the 8 and the 6 and the 4 and the 1 and the 1, you'll get the master number of 22. And if you look at the end of Thomas, the A and the S come together to make that 11 energy, which is another master number. But you also see the money, the number 8, and you see that number 6, because the pattern is a 2 8 6. You see the 4, his discipline, but he didn't use Thomas. He didn't need to he didn't need to play that ace. You know, he already had more than enough aces. So he went to Tom. He cut off a lot of the power of Thomas. A lot of it. He didn't need it. Let's move on. Now, uh, under close observation, his double ones coming at the end of his name carries the mastership vibration of number 11. So the pattern is 286411, and those double ones is another indicator of his mastership. Boom. Okay, now let's move on. Tom was drafted into the NFL on April the 7th, 2000, which is a universal 4 year. So if you add 2000 plus 4 plus 7, you're going to get 2011. And once again, under observation, you see the 11 coming in at the end of that universal year. Okay, that 2011. Okay, which is a 4 year. 2 plus 1 equals 4. The disciplinarian. Okay, he was drafted. Now, Tom was born on August, which is an 8 energy. Remember, he retired 44, which is an 8 energy, 1977. So August is the 8th month. Prosperity, success, money. The 3 energy, I'm gonna talk about that, but you didn't see it so evident on the football field, but you did, but it wasn't as evident. So the 8 and the 3 makes the 11. So there's that mastership pattern coming up again, because 8 plus 3 is 11. which is another master number plus 1977, which you see the double sevens coming at the end of his birth year, which is another indicator of his mastership, of his power. Okay, so August is the 8th month. He was born on the 3rd. 8 plus 3 is 11. And then the master number, which is a master number, and then 1977, you see those double sevens coming at the end of his birth year, which is another master vibration. So when you add his birth year and his birth month and his birthday together, 1977, the year of his birth, plus 8, August, the month, plus on the 3rd, you're going to get you 1988. 1977 plus 8 plus 3 are going to give you 1988. And once again, you see the double H. You see the mastership rolling out again. So notice the double H coming at the end. And when you add those four sub elements together, 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 8 give you 26, bring you back to the number 8, his destiny. His destiny. But those double H's is built on, helps him to reach his life destiny of number 8. But then you got triple H's. Follow me. In 1988, you get 2 8s. But when you add those four sub elements together, you get 26. 2 plus 6 is 8. So 3 8s. Now, this is when the family start kicking in, because the 3 8s breaks down and make the 24 energy, and 2 plus 4 makes the 6 energy. So his birth year vibrates on the 6th level. So 1977 family, and that energy starts taking start exerting its potency later in life. For example, the first number 8 exert its potency at the beginning of life, and then the second number start exerting its influences like in the middle of the life, and then the years start exerting its influences like at the end of the life. Okay, well, 44 is still a young man, but it's still coming at, with family now is where he's going to be focused his attention. Okay, so number 6 rules the home and the family, and Tom decided to retire based on desire to spend more time with his wife and his young children. Now, an additional side note, then I'm gonna let you go. The name Tom vibrates on the 3rd level. Okay, its number pattern is 264. 264, when added together, gonna give us the compound number 12, and 1 plus 2 equals 3. He's born on the 3rd. Okay, and he was known to talk a lot of trash on the football field. They called him, like some people call him, like Psycho Tom. Some of his famous words was "Let's go." He was very, expressive. So that's where that 3 would kick in at, right? Now, Tom was born on the 3rd, and the first two numbers of his retired cycles are number 2, February being the 2nd month, on the 1st. So he retired today, which is a 2-1 pattern. And so that's a 3, correct? Okay. And then his retirement leaked on January the 29th. Once again, a 1-2 pattern, which is a 3, because January being the first month of the year, and then 29th being a 2. 2 plus 9 equals 11. There's that 11 energy coming in again, reduced down to 2, and 1 plus 2 makes it 3. And the cherry on the top, he has 3 kids. So that's it. It was very quick analysis. I just wanted to kick that out to pay tribute to a master, because I don't see a master 44 come around that often. You see the 22s, you see the 11s. I mean, you see the 11s more than any of the master numbers, but the 22s, the 33s, then when you start getting up there in the 44s, you saw the 77s, you saw the 88s. It's just like it's unstoppable. So until the next video, until the next video, peace.